Is Jameela Jamil a pathological liar a la Gypsy Rose Blanchard level? And Kim Kardashian navigated a serious gotcha attempt in Hot Take Tuesday. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. If you love conspiracy theories, I have one for you today that is so good, it will give your goosebumps, and it will water your crops and clear your skin.
I just got the chills.
There's a theory by a woman named Tracie Morrissey on Instagram that Jameela Jamil is not only a compulsive liar, she has Münchausen syndrome. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's when someone pretends to have a physical or a mental disorder when they're not even really sick for attention and sympathy.
Are you sure you don't want to pry? Because it sounds like you want to pry.
Tracie really did the dang thing and went full-fledged FBI investigator into Jameela's whole past, present, and future after this gay ballroom debacle last week.
Ha! Gay!
We posted this on our Instagram story, but in case you were lame and missed it, the very short version is Jameela Jamil, a straight person, was announced to be a judge on a new show called Legendary on HBO Max, which is about ballroom dancing and voguing. The LGBT community freaked out, turned on her for agreeing to join the show, which they say should only be for gay people. Jameela responds in so many words by being like, surprise, I'm actually queer, so IDK, LOL, BRB. They didn't buy it and were even more ticked off.
I don't think so, darling.
I'm not trying to be a know-it-all, but when it comes to Jameela Jamil, girl, I know it all. She's so obnoxiously woke that everything offends her, everything is racist, and everything is canceled. It was a matter of time before the tides turned on her.
Karma's not a liar. She keeps pressing.
Well, Miss Tracie has some pretty damning evidence that Jameela thrives off the attention of victimhood. Tracie dug through years of interviews with this chick, and come to find out, not only does she constantly talk about being the victim of racial and gender prejudice, she also claims to be the victim of countless illnesses and injuries.
There's something going on around here that just don't add up.
In some interviews, she says she used to be a model, which supposedly is what ignited her passion for body positivity. And then in other interviews, she says she was not a model, and then she says she was an agent or some other job. Then there's interviews where she says she got stung by a bee in high school, but then it was a swarm of bees on a set. Then she says she's broken her arm, nose, and lost teeth at the same time. Then she was bedridden for 2 years, broke her butt, her ribs, and the list goes on and on.
When I found out the truth, I'm like, I didn't know this woman at all, did I?
So did she conveniently come out with the I'm queer story to combat the backlash she got for accepting the ballroom TV show?
Holy moly.
Tracie even found a tweet from her estranged mother last year who listed like 15 ailments and disorders that she allegedly has, making people question whether or not this apple didn't fall far from the tree. Shook, quivering. Tell me in the comments what you think. It's Hot Take Tuesday, where producer Abigail gets in front of the camera and tells me 3 random headlines, and I react because I live for drama.
Hot Take Tuesday.
A Washington State patrol trooper pulled over a driver for speeding and found out that the man was producing music behind the wheel. The suspect turned their semi-truck into a studio and was producing and recording music while driving on the highway.
Aaron Carter just can't catch a break, can he?
I'm one of the dopest producers in the game.
Rudy Giuliani sat in the front row at New York Fashion Week as a guest of SiriusXM host David Webb, who convinced him to go, and told reporters, "I'm not very good at fashion. I try."
I don't know what he's talking about. My petition for Rudy to be the next Tim Gunn starts now.
Make it work. Make it work. Make it work.
ABC tried to pull a gotcha moment on Kim Kardashian by asking her if she's upset that the president didn't shout her out during his Super Bowl commercial that featured Alice Johnson.
Well, speaking of Alice Marie Johnson, there was a Super Bowl ad about her, and you weren't mentioned in the ad, and when I hear that name, I always think of you. But was that hurtful at all to not be mentioned? Okay.
No, not at all. I'm just, so happy for Alice that she's getting that recognition.
First of all, mad props to Kim for not falling into that trap. That was blatantly obvious that they were hoping that she was going to trash the president. And when she didn't, they had to change course real quick.
I'm happy that the president is really backing the issue because there's so much has to be changed.
I agree. And you have to play in the game you're in.
Yeah.
Kim just proved that you don't have to give in to peer pressure from the rabid left to hate the president, and you can still maintain one of the most powerful brands and fan bases in the world. I think this should be the motivation you need this week to keep going on your college campus, in your Mommy and Me group, and in your office.
I'm not giving up.
We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics.
Hit subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so that you're always up to date on the latest conservative. And follow us at our main home on Instagram at POPlitics.